self-inflicting scandal.
Hello.
How dare you? Well, I'm in a state of shock.
Humiliated.
I'm just gonna eat my ring.
Diva.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dolce de jour. I need the money.
Stop! QA. I'm shy.
I fucking deserve it. Have a nice life.
Nails, can't do anything.
Don't I tell her nothing? Very happy Diva.
We're here to participate to recognise the true talent that makes up Sydney's cross-dressing,
We do little shows.
transgender,
Excuse me.
glam best-star community.
Divas started in 1990. There's been a tradition in Sydney for many years, going right back to the 70s, of having a night each year that recognises the drag queens in their work. The drag scene in Sydney, I don't know of anywhere or any other city in the world that has a scene like this. It's just enormous, involving about 40, 50 different performers. Then you have all the other drag queens and people who go out socially. It's a very strong, very vibrant scene.
Campness is the essence of drag. The funnier and the more theatrical and...
No, the other side of the bars, darling. I know it's a change, but try and come with us, okay? Now!
Do it well. Make sure you do it well. Spend at least 2 hours in the mirror doing your makeup.
Any gay venue you go to, there's always a drag show there. You can't beat a good drag show.
At the midnight shift, it's Wednesday night, going up to do a show. It's not going to be very busy tonight. I mean, Wednesday, what do you expect?
My full name is actually Nicholas Smith. I grew up in a small south coast town called Kiama, about 2 hours out of Sydney. I left Kiama in about 1989, I think it was, late, to go to university in Sydney, and that didn't last very long. It was a horrible thing. I was going to be a teacher, just like Mum and Dad, until I decided. I got into a classroom, student teaching, decided I hated children. I went out a few times in drag with friends. Actually, I was living with a drag queen at the time, like as a flatmate, and used to go out every now and then in drag, and then eventually the flatmate that I was living with gave me a job.
Okay, my name is Paul McCarter. I'm 25 years old. I was born in Newcastle, New South Wales, and most people nowadays know me as Atlanta, Georgia. Drag came into my life when I moved to Sydney, and I met someone that I was going out with at the time, who's also into drag. The first time I actually did a show was because my boyfriend was sick. They dressed me up, and I went out and did the show and had a great time.
A bit of a strange little boy, not the normal. Always dressing up in mummy's clothes, and when I sort of reached adolescent, it sort of got a bit much for them. Said, no, Michael. So when they go away from the house, in I go. And then at adolescence, I was the same shoe size as my mother. So it was great. Yeah, it all clicked in when I came to Sydney. It all, this is why this, and fabulous. And then I haven't looked back. The drag queens, I think, are very old souls. I think, you know, they're people who've been through a few lives and know what it's all about.
My real name is Trevor. That was my male name. And then when I switched over into lady or female attire, I thought I'd better change it to another name, and I called myself Carmen, the exotic dancer. I am born in 1936, well before the Second World War. I'm pretty ancient. I'm in my 60s, on my way to my 70s, but if I'm night clubbing and having a nice date out or looking for someone nice, I'm 45. In the early 60s, I was doing a bit of freelancing show as a stripper and an exotic dancer, a belly dancer and a snake dancer. And it was wonderful because it was a mix of everybody. Lots of camps, lots of gay. A lot of the drag queens those days, they got a lot of dates from heterosexual guys, which was amazing. I'm a transsexual and who I live in women's clothes all my lifetime for 40 years and happy the way I am.
These are our tips. We get them from the tool shed. They're called Lovely Feelers. I don't know what people do with them, but we use them as breasts.
I had my face done, I had electrolysis done, which I haven't had a shave for 20 years, and I had my bust done. I didn't have the rest of the operation done because I felt as though I didn't need it, I was happy as I am.
To tuck, to give you a nice, smooth, feminine look, your balls go up. There's little sockets that your balls go up and the rest of you comes up behind and the stockings keeps everything in.
Flat as tack. Lovely.
Sometimes they pop out if you're on stage and you're doing something. Most of the times they stay there. It's a little bit uncomfortable but you get used to it after a while and I find it helps me walk properly as well.
If you've been in it a long time, you've been in drag for a long time, it can get quite painful. It stops you from going to the toilet too.
There's a lot of drag queens today that have no intentions of having sex changes. They're quite happy as they are. When they finish doing their shows, they go home and they're guys.
We know we're men, we're not trying to be women.
Despite what you may think, I'm quite happy with my masculinity. I mean, I don't have sex in dresses or anything like that.
We're trying to be funny, we're trying to be bitchy, we're trying to be colour movement, bright, happy. You know, it's about having fun.
You know, doing my hair up, wearing makeup, putting on these Hawaiian hula skirts and bras and flowers and jewellery. It was absolutely wonderful. I felt great.
The first time I went out in drag as Mogadonna was fabulous. It was great. You feel a wholly different person. Your attitude definitely changes when you're in drag. You do things that you'd never do if you weren't.
Although I can do a lot more when I'm in drag. It's just about extending my personality and yeah, it's not about sex at all.
We've given you a little kit there, and in it you'll find a lovely letter from us saying thank you very much, and it's also what you can say and what you can't say in terms of sponsors.
No swearing?
Yes, no swearing.
Fucking envelope, who organised this fucking shit fight?
If you see anyone who's a presenter or who's a winner who's getting into trouble, step in, you know, don't ride over them, but make sure that the night runs smoothly. We don't want any huge embarrassing gaps and, you know, that sort of stuff.
Whoever has the envelope, can you please come out and give it to us because we have
nothing.
Nothing.
Except a fantastic figure in a wonderful dress.
If some of them are getting a bit pissed and they're going on a bit, you know.
And we do thank the organisers here for giving us a fabulous time.
What about if we're getting a little bit pissed?
You won't be getting a little bit pissed at all until afterwards.
Oh, can't they drink? They're champion drinkers, they certainly are.
Oh, Atlanta, Georgia, bars and drinking.
Most drag queens can drink just about anyone under a table.
Thanks, Sal.
I don't know what it is. I think the pain of the shoes takes the wobbliness away for some reason. But in Vanessa's case, she doesn't care how messy she gets.
I am Wyness Mongrel Bitch. I am 29 years old and I am an alcoholic.
Now we need to find out what you want to drink on stage.
Evian and atomizer.
Coca-Cola.
On stage, it's got an intravenous drip. Intravenous drip, darling. Scotch. Beer.
Beer what?
VB will be fine.
This doctor came in. He must have been 12 years old. I thought, my tights are older than you. He said, we've found sugar in your urine. I said, I don't care if you found a fucking Toblerone in my urine. I'm not giving up the drink.
please no swearing. I mean, racist, sexist and offensive remarks I totally agree with, but what do you classify as swearing?
Too much swearing. Yeah, I mean, well, yes, definitely.
Obviously.
Out. Definitely out.
Can we slip a few F's in? Because that's just my way of speaking anyway.
Not every second word.
I just want to say something before we go any further. I hate my fucking dress.
Do you consider, like, say, shit face? That's swearing.
Yeah, that's fine.
No. Okay, cool.
They say that on radio now.
Who gives a fuck? It's not as bad as fucking...
But there are some...
Maude, Boate.
I scooped the pool. Whoops. And people hate me for it, but I don't care. I've got them, they haven't.
There's certain people that think it's a bit of a joke, but it's, you know, it's the Academy Awards for drag queens as far as I'm concerned.
I'm presenting Personality of the Year. It's the night the drag industry gets together, whom there would only be 20 working drag queens, all giving each other awards. Pretty pointless, really. No, it's not. It's a fun night.
It's our Christmas, of course. I mean, I think it's, for me, it's more than Mardi Gras these days, because it's more industry, it's more the people who make the scene what it is all year round.
I'm performing in a show at Divas. I Want Candy, a song by the Candy Girls, in the theme of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm nervous about performing in front of all those other drag queens, but I'm pleased with it so far.
Move, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chorus, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Then we won't have to worry about foot level.
Standby
so,
dancers.
take it up about another foot.
Today, calm.
I mean, last year we've made a focus of the ceiling, but this year we've got so much happening on the stage.
1, 2, punch. 3, 4, kick. 1, 2, bump. 5, 6, bump.
So we're a little bit ahead of ourselves, and we've got a lot of staff here, so it is quite calm, but I'm sure any minute now Ian or Dot and I will go into a punch-up like we always do and tell each other we hate each other, and there's too much stress, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Watch your spacing, especially during this move. You're really stepping it out now, and you don't need to.
Excuse me guys, I just can't listen to Trudy while I'm being filmed.
This is very big for us, yes. A lot of new elements in the production, including the video wall behind me. Very ambitious for us, entertainment. We run this thing on a very small budget. Any money we do make goes to the AIDS Council in New South Wales. This is the night where they come and have a damn good time, and the dollars and the charity bit is not so much, it's about, this is their night of recognition.
I am really excited. I'm excited about meeting up with some old mates. So, they usually come out of the woodwork for these things, so it's good. It's going to be good.
We're very lucky, we've got lots of really good professional people on the technical side, and they're all doing their job beautifully.
Sister, sweetheart, slave and mother, step down. I see me, and I like what I see.
All that money we gave you for fabric, you didn't have a scrap of that for your twat.
Do I have a favourite drag queen? No, but I might after tonight, definitely.
I will never drop you. I will never drop you though.
Back in my funny way though.
It's 20 to 8, and we're about to, we just turned the heaters on, we're about to take the work lights off. We've got people outside already, which is amazing for drag queens. They're always late, but this year for some reason they're early. I hope that means they're excited.
Amanda.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello!
Hello!
Just look past me for a second.